Shinobi of the Divine Air, have you perhaps met with the High Priest of Senpo Temple?
I found him. He was dead.
The High Priest was infested. How could this come to be?
I do not know. However, he left this note.
I will take a look. I see. Consuming 2 persimmons of the serpent will allow one to become a cradle for the Divine Air. This will make it possible to return the dragon's heritage to its homeland. I shall become the cradle.
You're sure of this?
Of course. I am the only surviving divine child of the rejuvenating waters. Death does not come easily to me. Shinobi of the Divine Air, if you wish to take the path to return the dragon's heritage, then bring me 2 persimmons of the serpent.
Where should I begin?
I believe it is said that the liver of a great serpent is stained red like a persimmon. Shinobi of the Divine Air, have you acquired both persimmons of the serpent?
Yes, I've found them.
This shade of red, it is as I expected. A persimmon is an apt comparison.
You're actually going to eat them?
Of course. Doing so will allow me to become a cradle to return the dragon's heritage to its home. However, I hesitate to eat them in front of you. Please come back after some time.
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf. So, it's not a birthmark. Then, that must mean it appears on those who have received the dragon's heritage. Or perhaps, it's a symptom. Goodbye.
A true wolf would choose for himself how to use his fangs. The look on your face tells me you've done just that. Another time, then. I'll lend you shelter any time. You need something?
brought some sake.
Don't mind if I do.
Is it not to your liking?
No, it's damn good. But it does make my old wounds ache.
Your left arm?
Yes, and this sake was a favorite of the man who cut it off.
Who was...
Lord Ishin.
Ishin? Why?
He did it for my sake. I was on the verge of being consumed.
Consumed by what?
Shura. Well, whether you believe me or not, that's for you to decide. But you do well to beware Shura's shadow.
I brought something for you.
Monkey booze, is it? It burns the throat, same as ever. This really brings back memories.
Did you drink this often?
I trained in the techniques of the shinobi, in the valley where the monkeys dwelled.
By yourself?
No, there were two of us. We were rogue shinobi. There was no proper master for the likes of us. That's why we went to the valley. To run, to jump, to clash swords. Where one slip would mean your doom. That was how we trained. We came to move exactly as monkeys did after a time. I'd drink this monkey booze whenever I tired of training. And I'd listen to the howl of my partner's whistling finger while I drank.
Howl?
It was from his unique ring. Whistling through that ring would fill the valley with a somber melody. Strangely enough, I enjoyed that sound. I listened to it so often. Another time, then. I'll lend you shelter anytime.
Hey there, still have some bit. Oh, so you're looking for goods instead of info, huh? I've always had sticky fingers, I guess. I end up collecting lots without really noticing. I got fed up with all the offerings and memorials, so I left the mob. But when I see a dead body, you can't leave it unpilfered. Besides, property can belong to anyone, right? Until next time, friend.
I can finally die. My shame for not following my master into death can finally...
You're certain of this?
Yes. I want you to kill me.
As you wish.
Go on. Do it.
I must remain vigilant. Wolf, I've made progress. I'm sure this is the last ingredient for the aroma.
What is it?
The blood of the divine heir of the dragon's heritage. In other words, my blood.
Your blood? But my lord, you cannot bleed.
Yes, it is true that those of the dragon's heritage cannot bleed. However, in Lord Genichiro's quarters, I found a curious journal belonging to Lord Takeru's page, and it appears there is a way for me to bleed. For now, I'd like to ask you to keep this for me. Now then, we just need to figure out how to make me bleed.
Perhaps we should ask Lady Emma.
As a doctor, she should have much knowledge of the human body. Yes, she may be able to help us.
There is something I'd like to ask.
Yes, what is it?
Can the divine air be made to bleed?
Why would you seek to do so?
The blood of the divine air is required to obtain the dragon tears from the divine realm and achieve immortal severance.
Oh, I see. It is true that the divine air's blood cannot be shed by normal means. However, you currently possess the means to do so.
The mortal blade.
Yes, here you are.
This was written by Lord Takeru?
It was. With the mortal blade, you may wound the divine air, and his blood will be allowed to flow.
I see. This brings us one step closer to immortal severance. I shall tell my lord.
Of course.
Is that a look of concern on your face? Emma's always telling this old bastard to stay here. So that's why I'm here. By the way, Sekiro, it sounds like your battle to sever immortality with Kuro is near a conclusion. You killed all those who interfered.
I did.
I see. You did well to kill without hesitation.
I have something for you.
Ah, Sekiro. You know me well. Why, this isn't monkey booze. So this is what it's like to breathe fire. Do you know what other name this sake goes by?
I don't.
You don't? They call it Shura's wine. I killed one once, long ago. Shura, or something very much like it.
What is Shura, exactly?
Those who go on killing will eventually become Shura. They don't even remember why. Simply enraptured. They kill solely for the joy it brings them. I saw it in your eyes, too. The shadow of Shura. Or at least, I thought I did. However, it appears I was mistaken. If Shura were to appear, I would have cut it down myself.
Here.
Are you offering me the sake I gave you? Delightful. I'll take it. That's the stuff. By the way, how was Ganishiro?
What do you mean?
You two crossed blades, did you not?
To put it simply, he was strong, and he had unusual techniques.
I see.
What exactly is the lightning of Tomoe?
It's a technique belonging to Genichiro's mentor. I'll wager it was quite the sight.
His mentor?
Tomoe. There aren't many masters of the sword like her. To see her fight, it's like she's dancing. When you look into her eyes, you feel as if you're being drawn into the depths of the ocean. I was completely taken by her, and it almost killed me. I've lived a long life, but that was the closest I've come to death.